It's just something about this fat boy swag. Swag. It's just something about this fat boy swag. It's just something about this fat boy swag. It's just something about this fat boy swag. Swag. It's just something about this fat boy swag. Swag. It's just something about this fat boy swag.
Hey, social media fans, welcome back to the UgnB show on our growing YouTube channel where we drop dope new content every single Thursday. So if you have not done so already, I need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure that you hit that bell notification so that you don't miss another episode. So this week, Grammy Award winning artist Ariana Grande's album Positions dropped. So if y'all have to be living under a rock if you didn't know that this album was coming out. It's amazing. And so if you have not heard it, I definitely encourage you to go ahead and check it out. But oftentimes we know the artists that are performing, but we don't know the force behind the music. So on today's show, we have Grammy nominated super producer, Mr. Josh, currently in the building. Say what's up, Josh.
What's good? How y'all feeling?
All right, we're so excited to have you on the show today, and he's going to give us an in-depth look behind the scenes of the music industry and how it is working with some of these super artists that we all have grown to know and love. So, Josh, if you can, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. YNGJosh is what they call me, YNGJosh, and just abbreviation for young, so that's YNGJosh. I've been producing for about 10 years, plus, and I just been grinding, and I had a lot of other songs that came out, but I just started seeing success in the music business maybe about 2 years ago.
All right, cool. So you said that you've been doing this for about 10 years. So tell me, how did you first connect with Ariana Grande?
Okay, so I got a call. This is pertaining to the song, how I got on the song. You know what I mean? So I got a call from my big bros, Travis Sales and Mr. Franks, who I mentioned earlier. I got a call from these two guys, and for me to whip up some drums on something. They never told me what it was. Obviously when I got there, when I did the drums and they put the drums to it, I knew what it was. And I'm like, okay, cool. Woo, hope this goes. So I was in high spirit, you know what I mean? And then I asked my guy, Mr. Franks, I was like, yo, so do you think this couple of weeks later, I was like, you think she gonna use this joint? He's just like, man, I don't know, because TB, he was just like, she may not like it. She never heard it yet. But they was like, she may not like it, I let her, so he was just like, gear for AG7, you know what I mean? Gear for the next project. So I'm like, okay, cool, high spirit, because this is my team of people, so I'm excited for them too. You know what I mean? I'm not just excited for myself. It was like, okay, I'm excited for y'all. Let's just gear for the next one, So I'm upstairs working. My head is not on this record no more. That's AG6's Positions. That's already out of my head. I'm working upstairs on something else. I hear the album, downstairs. I hear the album again. I just stopped what I was doing, man. I just went to the back couch. I put my head down. You know what I mean? And I just started shaking. I was just like, God, please. Then I heard the beginning lyrics of the song, Obvious. And then I just put my head up and I just caught shivers all over my body, whatever. I'm like, what the, you know what I mean? Just like, damn. And I was, this is 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, actually. About 3 weeks ago now. Mm-hmm. So, and I got shivers all over my body. I was like, damn. So I just gathered my thoughts up. I went downstairs, knocked on the door to the big studio. I was like, hey, big bro, can I talk to you for a second? And I talked to Franks, and I was just like, I said, yo, bro, did she use this? Is she gonna use this on the album? And then he said, congratulations, Josh, you just made the album. I'm like,
wow.
I hugged him. I went upstairs and I was in tears, man. You know what I mean? Because that was like it was just so hard, you know, just to do everything like that, man. It was just like on Sunday, like I woke up out of the blue, you know what I mean? Just it was just you don't understand. Like she recorded on some of my joints, you know, some of the joints that I was a part of earlier in the year, but those she didn't use. So it was just like, damn. So out of all that, I've been working this whole time, you know what I mean? And just to hear that right there, it kind of changed everything. It's
Perfect,
for a year
perfect.
now.
So you said something that was really interesting, which is you were already on before you got to Ariana. So you talked about working with Nipsey Hussle and things like that. So can you go back to some of the well-known artists that you've worked with that we probably all know, but just didn't know the force behind that music? So when did you start working with some of these super artists?
Well, I moved to California back in what is it, like 2015, 2014, something like that. And I was pretty much working with my team for like two years before we like met any artist. Like so my first artist like I ever like, it was Safari. It's funny, but it was like Safari, that dude first. And then from there, from that same studio that I was working in, then I met T-Fly, which T-Fly did, you know, the 24 hours and, you know, this D, you know what I mean? He just sprung. He did a lot. He's one of the coldest songwriters, artists ever, you know. So I was working with him, and I did like a lot of mixtapes on him, you know, a lot of songs on his Annie REO tape projects and everything. And that led me to work with Keke Palmer, you know, from working with T-Fly, you know. And then T-Fly, actually, he introduced me to Nipsey. You know, we went in together. Um, Pretty much. He songwrited like, and I produced pretty much like 5 songs for Nipsey on that what was doing it for the album, but he only chose one. But and that one was Keys to the City. You know what I mean? So we did that. You know, that was on Victory Lap, and that got me Grammy nominated. That got me platinum. You know, Nipsey, you know, put the platinum on my wall. So it's like that was a blessing. And then from there, I moved to Houston, and I was working at a studio in Houston on Northside 281 Studios. You know, and they blessed me with a lot of opportunities as well. You know, because you know, I started working with Sauce Walker. You know what I mean? So I did some joints on him. I did Drip Harder, and then I did then oh yeah, well I'm still working with I still was working with I did other stuff too. I forgot I did other stuff with T-Fly too. I did some joints with Jeremiah with T-Fly. I worked with Jeremiah with T-Fly. Work with Jermaine Dupri because of T-Fly as well. But because of 281 Studios though, they also got me with YNGJosh Melly, and I did some work on his album, and that was last year. You know, so and also like within that time frame, I went to Atlanta. This is a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? But from that time frame, and within that time frame, I went to Atlanta and worked with another dope producer, YNGJosh, and he we did some stuff on Wallafi and Lucci project, and that was with T.I. and Jeezy, and on the feature with that. So within all that time frame, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to Cali, you know, and that's when I met up with Shannon Young, and you know, and Tommy Brown and Big Chuck and everybody after all that. You know what I mean? So
Okay,
that's pretty much the timeline.
You've been doing a whole lot of moving around.
Oh yeah. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do for sure.
Most definitely. So you've been moving around a lot, and some of those songs that you were mentioning, and those artists are some of my favorite artists. You know, on this UgnB platform, you know, it's multifaceted. But here lately, we've been getting a lot of hits in the music industry. So a lot of dope artists and producers are coming through, wanting to be on the show. So we're definitely loving that. But let me ask you this, Josh. So you named a lot of different projects that you worked on. What was the most fun project or your favorite musical project that you've worked on so far?
Well, obviously, Ariana, because it's pop, it's different. You know, I've done rap, you know what I mean? So um just to be just to be blessed to, you know, be grateful to be on, I'm grateful to be on Ariana on her project, because it's a blessing. This is like it's like a genre changer, you know what I mean? It's like, so now it's like it, because I said from the beginning, like, I don't want nobody to put me in a box, because it's like I do all kinds of music. I'm a musician, so it comes natural to my ear. My godfather, put me on like all types of music since I was a kid. You know what I mean? I was listening to Prince when I was 5. You know what I mean? And you know how explicit his music is. You know what I mean? So I was already hip to all the music. So it was in my ear. And then I played, drums, all around the city of Houston, on the live scene. So that kind of helped me out too, because it's like, it just got me more in tune with the music. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay, awesome. So you've mentioned working with Ariana Grande. Is there any other artists that you just really want to work with that you haven't had the opportunity to work with?
I mean, yeah. I want to work with a lot of artists. Like any artist, just like just want to that put their best foot forward. You know what I mean? It's like you don't got to be the biggest artist. You know what I mean? I want to work with the artist that's young, grinding. You know what I mean? That's willing to take the same risk that I did to be in some similar situations. That I'm in today. And I'm still working. I'm still grinding. It does not stop right here. It's like this is only the beginning. It's like that's the thing when you actually inside the party, you actually gotta, you know what I mean, be there for a minute. You can't just like, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to just be there for a hot second and then I'm gone. I'm trying to stay at this party. You know what I mean? Like for real. Stay doing this shit for like the next really 30 years. You know what I mean? 30, 40 years. Because Timberland, and he's still going right now to this day. So it's like, come on, man, it's no excuses for me. Like, let's go. I'm with it. You know what I mean? So I would want to work with, like I said, any inspiring artist. Like, it can be own artists, right? Of course, it's own artists that I would love to work with right now. Anybody that's, like I said, that's doing it. I can go on name it for days, but like, you know what I mean? I can, but yeah, we'll be here for a long time. You know what I mean? But I want to get more in tune with definitely a lot of more pop artists. You know what I mean? Pop and R&B girl artists. I really want to do more of that lane. Rather than just trap right now, because like trap is cool. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to really just go so I can make somebody mama and family dance at a wedding. You feel me?
Most definitely. And on this show, we have so many dope artists and things like that. So if you haven't gotten a chance to go check out the page, I do a lot of projects here in Houston to where I go and I listen to live artists and things like that. So you may find one of my guests on my show and be like, I really got to work with this person. So definitely check that out. So you mentioned that you constantly are grinding. And so I want to know, what can we expect from YNGJosh in 2021?
Epic. Epic. I'm around the best, literally the most elite people in the world. I'm around people that keeps me like doing like, dog, nah, we ain't gonna do that. So it just keep me on my toes and my feet like okay, I gotta get to it. Because when I hear in the production house that I'm under, Champagne Therapy, like what I hear downstairs and when I hear in other rooms, I tell you now, it is nothing that you have never heard in your life. Nothing that nobody have ever heard. Get ready. Get ready. Because 2021 is going to be a movie. Trust me, it's going to be a movie. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. Nobody is ready for this new music that's about to drop. This new music that's about to drop is going to change the world. Game changer. Game changer. Believe that.
Definitely. I'm here for it. I can't wait to hear. You know, I'm a music lover. So, Josh, now this may be off the cuff. I don't know if you can talk about it a little bit or not, but I was on the Shade Room and I followed Chris Brown. So Chris Brown was jamming out to some music. Do you have any idea about, you know, any in-depth stuff about that?
The bullshit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie. Yep, that was we did that. I can only talk about that. I was surprised by that, you know, because like I said, you know, my big bro Travis Sales called me. He was just like, yo, y'all, check the Shade Room, check CB page right now. I'm like, damn, like what's going on? I'm at the dentist. I see him drop this joint that we recorded to. It's just like, I'm like, whoa, okay, you know what I mean? But you know, I just try to keep, my thing is I try to keep I keep everything quiet until I know it's official. You know what I mean? But that right there was just like, okay. You know what I mean? Like it was at the Shade Room over 1 million people watched that. But yeah, I did that beat. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of more epic. Like that's, man. Listen, it's gonna be a movie. That was a great snippet though. Y'all got to hear the song. I can't wait for y'all to hear the song. I'll probably let you listen to the song. I'll probably listen to some song, but not on here. You know what I mean? I'll probably listen to a demo or something.
So what kind of advice do you have for young people, Josh, that are trying to come up in the music industry and trying to be a producer? What kind of advice would you be able to give them? Because you mentioned that, you know, it was a bit of a struggle. You were sleeping in your car, in the studio, and things like that. So what kind of advice can you give to people that are coming up?
I would say this. My story is not gonna be the same for everybody else. You know what I mean? Because I know people that wasn't sleeping in their cars. You know what I mean? And it's like everybody's story different. You know what I mean? But I would say just home in on your craft, fall in love with the process. You know what I mean? It's a marathon, so keep it going. Like, cause I know a lot of young cats. You know, they'll get a placement and then it'll go right to their head. But they business not right. So get your business right. You know what I mean? But first it's like before you can do all of that, you know what I mean? You got to home in on your craft. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's going to be a struggle. You're going to have to make a sacrifice. I don't know what your struggle is going to be. I don't know what your sacrifice is going to, you know, you're going to have to make. But I just know it's going to be that. But just fall in love because you're going to have to, once you get pushed over that, once you get over that hump, it's on and popping, bro. Trust me. Like, cause I can be a witness. Like I've been doing nothing but this for 10 years straight. And I'm just now reaching to the level of like, man, like where my mom and my dad is like really, really proud of me because they was like, yo, cause everybody's really like a lot of people tell me to stop. Like, oh, cause you know, cause I got a crazy situation. So it's like a lot of people tell me to stop, move back to Houston, do this, do that. So it's just like, yo, just be numb to the word no and numb all that kind of shit out and just kind of focus in and home in on your craft. That's it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So tell me, before we close down this interview and everything, what do you like to do for fun outside of working on music?
Hang with my girl. And shout out to my girl for putting this this interview together. You know what I mean? We got to shout out Connie. You know what I mean? Because she did this for us. You know what I mean? So I want to I like to hang out with my family, man, and just really just chill with them. Like literally, like my son just got out here, um, 2 days ago. So it's like I just been in the house, just chilling with my family. You know what I mean, and doing it like that, man. That's like going to the beach, just chilling, man. Just cause I honestly like I try to. You can Constance will she'll tell you like I would literally go into work at 11:30 every day and don't leave till like 3:30 or 2:30. You know what I mean? Like in the morning. You know what I mean? So it's just
Wow.
like and I've been doing that. I did that like for like 6, 7 months. You know what I mean? Like straight. You know what I mean? I've been doing that for a minute. You know what I mean? So it's like I grow to that habit. That's my habit. So it's like even when I come home and earlier, I just can't go to sleep. You know what I mean? So it's just so it's like yeah, man.
All right. Well, definitely, I have to shout out my beautiful cousin, Constance, for putting this together. Yes. Hey, boo. I love you so much.
I can tell you some exclusive shit though, real quick.
So, Josh, I heard something that you said earlier whenever you were sharing your story, and thank you for sharing that with us. You said that you were making the beats, but you didn't know exactly who you were making the beats for. So a lot of the times when you're asked to make these or produce something, you don't have any idea of who the artist is that's going to be using the content, right?
Sometimes. So all right, so that particular situation was like, no, my big bro called me after. He said, "Hey, what you doing? Hey, can you come to the studio right now?" I said, "Right." I didn't know he wasn't going. He didn't tell me. He knew who the beats was for. He knew that it was for Ariana. You know what I mean? But he didn't want to tell me because he didn't want to. I don't know what it was, but it's like he just didn't want to tell me. It's like my big bro. He liked to surprise me. You know what I mean? Franks. He just liked to surprise me, and I love him for that. You know what I mean? So it's just like everything comes as a surprise. You know what I mean? So he never told me. He was just like, I just want you to do some hard drums to this tempo, do that, and then come downstairs and show me what you got. And so I meshed in what I had, with everything with Travis and Franks came up with, and bam, we just got obvious. You know what I mean? So. And then,
Oh
of
my
course, like I
goodness.
said, when I put the drums over it, like I said, I heard the vocals. Then that's why I was just like, "Whoa, okay." You know what I mean? This may be something cool. You know what I mean? And it's just like my bros because they look out. You know what I mean? They look out for me. It's like we're a family over there. So it's just like like we look out. Tommy is the facilitator. Tommy Brown is the facilitator. You know what I mean? So I'm under him and my firm, like I said, is Just Do. So it's just like I said, I could say if you're a dope song, if you think you got what it takes to be a dope songwriter and a dope producer, like I said, I give you my email and just send your material there. You know what I mean? Then I can try to go through, or have my guys go through whatever, you know what I mean? Just to help out because I just want to help. I want to be a blessing to others. You know what I mean? If I can be a blessing to others, let's do it. Let's do it.
And how can they find you on Instagram?
YNGJosh.
All right, good deal.
Yeah.
All right, Josh. Well, we appreciate you. Is there anything else that you want to share with us before we go ahead and close out the interview?
Oh no, I just wanted to share with you that story, man, just to so y'all know the process of how that song came about.
All right, definitely. Well, we definitely appreciate you for coming on the show. We appreciate all of the insight that you've given us. And we look forward to your next projects that are coming out in 2021. And I'm gonna say this. We family now. You better treat my cousin right out there.
Oh man, ask her how we doing.
We are good.
All right.
We blessed by the best, man. We blessed by the best, man. We about to, yeah, man. We about to get the knocking out here, man. So I got her.
All right, no problem. All right, well, I'll be out there soon and very soon to come and visit y'all and hang out in Cali. But yes, you guys are a breath of fresh air. I talk to Connie all the time. We FaceTime almost seems like every day here lately. But yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about you, and I cannot wait to meet you.
Okay, for sure, man. Likewise, bro. All right, man. Well, Thank you, man.
No problem. We thank you so much. All right, guys. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's just somebody's fat boy swag. Swag, 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 swag. It's just somebody's